It's a challenge to set up a Unity project to support 2 players on a single keyboard. Let's start with a demonstration of why it's a challenge. Import Unity's InputSystem package into a fresh Unity project. Then we're going to create an input actions asset. We're going to add a keyboard left and a keyboard right control scheme. We're going to create actions for WASD and arrow keys on the keyboard. We're going to use a value type so that we can move up, down, left, and right with a vector 2. Set up your first move action, WASD, to use those keys. W will be the up, S is the down, A is the left, D is the right. Similar for the arrow keys, where up is the up arrow, down is the down arrow, left is the left arrow, and right is the right arrow. Then be sure to set the control scheme so that WASD uses the left keyboard and arrow keys use keyboard right. In a new scene, create a cube for your world's ground. You want it to be 10 units long and wide. The camera should be 10 units above the ground, pointed straight down 90 degrees, with a height of about 10. Next, create a sphere for your player. Add a player input component to that player, and then drag that input actions asset that you created earlier into that player input component. Now drag the entire player from the object hierarchy down into the projects folder to create a prefab. Now you can delete the player prefab from the scene. And in the scene, we're going to now add a player input manager. To that player input manager game object, we add a player input manager component, and then drag in that player prefab that we just created earlier. Now we can test the scene and find out our issue. Our player input manager defaults to join on any key press. From watching Unity's object hierarchy on the left of the screen here, you can see while I'm pressing all the keys on my keyboard, only one player can join. That's despite multiple players being well defined for this device using control schemes. What's the fix? Well, one fix is a paid asset from the asset store, which I've purchased. So for my assets, I add the package 2 players, 1 keyboard to my project. I can skip all the deprecated assets, and now I can add the player input can share device component to the player prefab. Then that's it. That's all. Now pressing keys while I play the scene belonging to the second control scheme, which is the arrows, will cause a second player to join the game. Player Input Manager handles the first player that joins. That means the first player is always the first player in your list of control schemes. After that first player joins, then the 2 players, 1 keyboard package handles the rest of the players on that device. It also works as expected if you switch Player Input Manager to use a join key instead, which means the first player will join with the spacebar and the second player joins with the enter key. Now we can add some action to the scene. So we're going to copy a script from the 2 marble sample that comes with the 2 players, 1 keyboard package, and we're going to rename it to Input Powered Body. This is going to allow the sphere to move around on the screen using the move action. So we're going to add Input Powered Body to that player prefab and drag the move action into the Input Powered Body component. Now when we play the scene, both players move utilizing their own distinct player input despite both being on the same device.